This is Cuntry Fucclin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Adgrodcast.
Welcome to the Adgrodcast. Welcome to the Adgrodcast.
Welcome to the Adgrodcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week we have a very special guest. His name is... I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, I am Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
That's an interesting thing you just said. You're a Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
Yeah, where do you get this, sir?
Where's the Sir from?
What, are you a knight?
I was knighted in England, but I have no recollection of what happened.
So what do you think you were knighted for?
I mean, you have to have been there when it was happening, right?
I was probably knighted for my punctuality.
Wait, I gotta do that.
You might think I'm lying, but I assure you, this is not a joke.
Get after that 6 in the morning. I get up without alarm warning.
People think I'm joking because I'm from the swamp.
The queen, she knighted me for my punctuality.
But swamp people are actually quite punctual.
I rise with the sun. I don't go to bed until the day is done.
My life is taking a turn for the worse ever since I got knighted in England with no recollection.
Not everyone expects so much of me.
There
Now
are
that I'm a knight,
lingering feelings of regret
but I have
that I
no
have
right
bagged over the
to
years.
fight in spite of the queen knighting me.
So
You might not
country-
have been
That's
from a
interesting.
swamp, but have you ever been bitten by a bird? I thought not.
You're so interested. So what's your first recollection, memory of being a human?
Well, I was born in the swamp, and I'm going to die in the swamp. I got myself a part-time job at Arby's when I was 15 years old. But then I got fired once I started boiling all the bacon for the beef, bacon, and cheddar sandwiches.
I'm sorry, I'm a professional and I can barely keep it together. So tell me about your first love, Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
My first love was the act of boiling bacon at Arby's.
I've never known a greater thing than boiling all of this bacon.
I mean, I might have a dick, but what's the point if you can't even fuck the bacon you just boiled?
What's the point of having a penis if I can't put it inside of this? This boiling bacon.
One time I woke up and I lost my vision.
Puts me to my knees. This boiling bacon grease.
I was blind as a bat.
Puts me to my knees. This boiling bacon grease.
So I did only the thing that I could think was the only logical thing to do at the time. I pulled out all my teeth with the pliers. Pair of pliers.
Because they're all bugged.
And then I replaced my teeth with high viscosity dentures.
Put trackers in each molar tip.
Sometimes I can't tell whether this is a dream or whether just a waking nightmare. You feel me? Now, I might be from the swamp, but I don't lack a certain modicum of class. Have you ever made your own flip-flops before?
That's interesting. Could you expand on that a little bit?
I used planks of cedar and some vines to make some flip-flops, and then I went to the Denny's, and then they laughed me out.
You make your own flip-flops? That was my impression of a Denny's.
When you live in the swamp, you make everything from scratch. From buttery biscuits to even buttery flip-flops.
I think you'll be surprised to know no one ever gave me a home or anywhere lived it on my own. I called the wood down. I built it all up from the ground, and I even made a basement you shot.
see,
my skills are beyond compare.
One man's hut is another man's hovel. Did you know that there are over 72 species of vulture in the swamp?
There's 72 different species of swamp birds. They bit me once, but they won't get a third.
You might not think I'm from the swamp, but I made these flip-flops and I made this cowboy hat.
I make everything you see. I built everything except me. That's the swamp god.
And now I know what you're thinking. Where the hell did I get this silk shirt if you live in the swamp? Well, I made it.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
I made the silk strands myself.
Like the worms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you something. I got worms.
If you're wondering where this shirt came from,
Red silk shirt.
I made it from a bunch of red silk worms.
Where'd you make the red dye?
Out of the blood of my enemies.
That's completely incorrect. I made the dye out of the blood of my enemies.
I gotta say, this is one of our highest rated episodes.
Yeah, we have one.
Is it?
One listener.
One listener.
Is that
You.
Oh, that has to be me, because I am Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
If you ever get a chance to see this random guy, well, you better all be ready for a time, cause Cuntry Fucclin's coming around to your town.
They wouldn't let me into a community college because I'm from the swamp. But I tell them time and time again, the swamp has so much to offer. Take off your blinders, you fucking plebeian, poo-poo huffing piece of plebeian shit.
Go back to the swamp with your swamp knowledge.
Have you ever had the delicacy that are swamp crabs? Me neither.
Is that because you're a vegetarian?
No. I'm on a strictly beak diet.
Wait, beak diet? Like
I
only birds?
once took a trip from the swamp to the jungle and ensnared a toucan and sliced its beak off and boiled it. And oh my god, you think you had the rarest steak? You think you had the butteriest scallop? It's nothing compared to a toucan beak.
Now, the bird that bit you, did it have teeth?
Yes.
Whereas you did not?
Yes. I got bit by a bird with teeth. Teeth that are bigger than the ones that I used to have. I'll never forget being bit by that bird.
Well, we've got a surprise for you, Cuntry Fucclin. We have that bird as a guest on our show today.
No, it's all
listen.
happening again.
Beakless and all. And we're gonna give that bird a chance to tell its story.
My life is a void.
Well, I had a wonderful day until Cuntry Fucclin came my way and took my beak and boiled it in a pot. I really love that beak. I really loved it a lot. I'm a toucan.
Attention!
But I'm not Sam.
This is Sir Cuntry Fucclin. I will not be intimidated by you.
Now my tongue flaps all over the bottom of my beak.
Your tongue is granular.
Take it and have the tastiest meat. I'm Toucan Dan, and I am really mad.
You think you are Toucan Dan? But I see through you and all your bullshit. You're not Toucan Dan, and you never were.
Did I just hear Toucan Dan?
That was Toucan
The brother
Dan.
of Toucan Sam?
Yeah, it was Toucan Dan. It was Toucan Dan. Get
Listen.
the fucking bird out of here.
I know a toucan when I see one, especially for ones that beak that I've eaten, yes. If it were up to me, I'd eat all the beaks in the world. I'd grind them up in a fine powder and sprinkle them over my eggs. But the joke is on you, because the eggs are also made out of beaks.
Yo, get all these birds out of my face, cause I'm gonna put them in a little pot in my place. I'm boil them up.
When you live in the swamp all your life, you adapt to eating the beak.
For the way I live, everywhere I give, all the birds I ship fucking
The
birds.
beak
Left and right, and
is a
out of the
paragon
sky.
of flavor.
I break their beaks off and put them in pie, and make them for some random guy.
And I beseech to you,
really enjoy this, but I hope they're
down
also
that
enjoy their
goddamn hot
food.
dog. Put down that goddamn hot dog and eat a beak.
So, country, my man.
Yes, this is Country Fucclin.
Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
Sir.
Sir Country
It was an
Fucclin.
unwanted knighting. An unwanted knighting.
I really want to know about your time in England.
My Time in England. A memoir by Sir Cuntry Fucclin. One day I woke up from the swamp, went for a walk, and I heard a massive shriek come from the sky. And it was the vulture, who looked like Justin Timberlake, who clutched me to its talons and flew me over to England. Did you know that he put beans on toast in England? I'll discuss that later.
England.
First off, people are awfully rude in England.
Keep the fuck out of my way. Fuck you.
They say shit like Lordy and Lou.
Alright, get the fuck out of the loo, Lauren.
They also put beans on toast like fucking savages.
It's goddamn delicious.
But it was in England that I learned the maximum technique of boiling bacon. I experimented before in my part-time job at Arby's. But it was only in England where they told me the secret to boiling bacon.
Right, this is your first day, and I don't expect you to.
What you have to do when you boil the bacon is you do not discard the water.
Boil the bacon, you don't disregard
Don't
the water.
discard the water.
You don't discard the water.
You save the water.
You save the water.
You
Make
leave
it
them.
till the bacon is
You make
boiled.
generation after generation
Generation
of
after
boiled
generation.
bacon water.
Bacon, boiling bacon.
I'm Sir Cuntry Fucclin, and I approve of this message.
We're pretty fucking good at this. One day you're gonna be knighted, unexpectedly and unwanted by
Her
the Queen.
Majesty the Queen had the best bits of boiled bacon that it ever did see or perceive. And then I was led into her chambers and had to stumble through her cobwebs.
Country Fucclin, you make the best boiled bacon I've ever seen.
And then she showed me her secret before she knighted me.
I shall show you my secret
A
before I knight
solid
you.
gold toucan beak for me to eat.
Here is the most prized possession of all of England. A solid gold toucan beak from
Oh.
Toucan Dan.
Oh, how I've longed for this moment when I was just a boy in the swamp, dreaming of eating solid gold toucan beak.
Country Fucclin, I know this is against everything you stand for, but I want to knight you.
And
I'm gonna fucking knight you right now.
I eat the beak but I make it even more sweeter with my tears, for tears are the sweetest sauce.
And now as I touch each shoulder with this golden toucan beak, rise, Sir Cuntry Fucclin!
And then I recoil in pleasure and horror. And what have I done? I've eaten the only solid gold toucan beak on the planet.
You are more than deserving, Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
That's right. I am Sir Cuntry Fucclin. But something as trivial as being knighted by the Queen of England is beneath me, for I stay ever vigilant and ever humble.
You've got things to do then.
Oh yeah. I have to return this shop vac to Home Depot. Just because you live in a swamp doesn't mean you shouldn't tidy up after yourself. And also,
That is right. For you the queen.
why would I build a basement when I live in a swamp?
No place that is close to Home Depot. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be at a quarter to
The
three.
people at Home Depot treat me quite nicely.
Just give me the night and let me bring myself up the front door.
It might not be the same effect as eating a solid gold toucan beak,
Everyone take out to
but the
floor.
sausage and peppers truck outside of Home Depot is delightful. I also want to eventually taste the tears of every child on the planet. Every child.
If you want to taste the tears,
I want to taste the tears.
on your tongue.
On the tongue. I don't care how old you are. I'm gonna taste those tears.
So, I could drink 1,000 gallons of pure water. It doesn't matter. It only bothers that I don't have these children tears. If I have these children tears, then I will live for
Yes.
many years. Someday
That's
I might
correct.
live to be
I
80 or
am
90 or
Sir
100 or
Cuntry
3.
Fucclin.
Without doubt, red tears, they break my tears. I don't care about the rare with these children tears.
The only thing that would ever compare to a solid gold toucan beak would be the tears of all of your children.
Is that your power? Is that where your power comes from?
And when a clown dies, I laugh. And when a clown cries, I cry with the clown. But where are my manners? I am Sir Cuntry Fucclin.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
I have an appointment later to get hot wax poured on my nipples.
Is that for fun or business?
Yes.
You know, they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So I imagine that's your whole MO. Modus operandi.
Swamp work counts as regular work.
Someone said it's harder than regular work.
That, my friend, is ultimately debatable. Your voices are beautiful. They sing to me like all the creatures in the swamp.
Sounds like Aquaman from the swamp.
Don't let looks fool you. I am not Aquaman. I am Sir Cuntry Fucclin. I'm getting ready to go back to college.
Jazz college?
listening.
This has been the Adgrodcast.
Make sure to subscribe.
See you next week.
This episode is brought to you by the RVA Podcast Network. Find more information at rvapodcast.org.